And okay, so that means we have a Khemri versus High Elf match here, which I believe some people may have watched in the client, but to make sure that there's some coverage going on. That back up here. Again, not the one I want. That's the one I want. There we go. All right, Khemri win the toss. Khemri set up on offense first against the High Elves. Interesting decision. Fan factor going in favor of the High Elves. Nice weather. Get those beautiful skills up here. Dark Anons. Khamun Consulting. Is that Khamun? 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 Khamun. We're going to say Khamun Consulting versus Felwithe Koada'Dal. Love the Felwithe Koada'Dal theme. EverQuest 2. Or sorry, EverQuest. I played a lot of EverQuest 2, but all the gods of EverQuest is the theme of the team. And we're in a weather dome. My guess is that's the Khemri Stadium. Weather can be a real pain in the ass if you are a Khemri coach. And right away, interesting setup from the High Elves as far as what we put on the line of scrimmage. 2 Blodgestep pieces and wrestle linemen. But I guess if you look at this team, there are so many valuable players. What else are you going to put? An AV7 rookie catcher that you just bought? I guess you could put this lineman up there, and then you've got a kicker, so you're going to want the kicker back. Yeah, that's a tough position to be in when you've got so many valuable players that you have to put somebody on the line of scrimmage. Either way, we do see a KO onto the wrestle lineman. And Tomb Guardians going up and going forward to mark Elves. Not a big fan of that style of play. But I don't play a lot of Khemri, so I may be wrong. But personally, I don't want my ball that far. Wow, that's a fast death. Instant Apo into a M&G, looks like. Yes. All right, so Apo gone turn 1. Blood is in the water. And we do see the pickup. So there's a huge gap to me between all these players and the ball, which is exactly what the Elves want to see. And sure enough, they are able to get pressure between the Tomb Guardians and the ball. At least that's what they're setting up for here. Quick dodge failure. And reroll used. Going after the wrestle, tackle, diving tackle skeleton. That's a really interesting piece. And another dodge fail. Getting that diving tackle back involved in the play, though. Man, that is going to be a very big piece today. Wrestle, tackle, diving tackle against these Elves. It is only AV7, so potentially the Mighty Blow on these High Elves could go after it. And those 2 dodge fails are going to give a little bit of control back to the Khemri team. And we see them kind of cage up here in the middle. But again, the Tomb Guardians are still moving forward and not sticking with the ball and the throw rods. A second KO for the High Elves. And now the Elves are down 3 players. Putting the guard in the middle of the cage here in case of a cage dive. We saw in the Superstar Shootout, Rallis Zek. He got a red 2-die block on a cage dive. And we see, again, right away, the first action, blitz into a leap, 2+ leap, double red die pow. Rallis Zek. I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb and say that this is the best High Elf lineman in the league. people poo-poo well-developed linemen a lot of the time, and wow, how can you poo-poo Agi 5, wrestle, leap, tackle, strip ball? And look at that, the ball was recovered. Fails pass, but I think we can re-roll this. Pass succeeds into a catch. And look at that. The rookie catcher stalls it out on the 1 yard line. Cheeky little one dive pow at the end of that too on the diving tackle piece. Yeah, that was a cheeky cage dive for sure. But this piece is just built for that. And yes, it was a red dice, but he's got with wrestle and tackle. Even if the throw raw has blodge, it's gonna be, is that like a 1 in 3 chance to knock it down? Because 3 of the dice are successes for you. But yeah, big all-in play there for the High Elves. Even though they are down a number of players, they're pretty much all but guaranteed to score. And in fact, he didn't make any GFIs to mark him, so this is 100% guaranteed score here from the Elves unless they do something stupid. And right away we see a foul from the dirty player. And there goes Ralisek, the cage diving monster. 1 in 4 on the red die, huh? That makes sense. 50-50. 5 by 2. 2 dice. Yeah. That makes sense. Just like a 5+ pickup, basically. But there it is. There's the vast score out of the High Elves, and they are now up 1-0. And the Khemri's half. And again, reevaluating who to put on the line of scrimmage. Looks like both blitzers are going to find themselves on the line of scrimmage, even the one with Mighty Blow. And a guard lineman. Which that guard is not going to do a thing. Kick's not going to work there. There we go. So we're valuing kick over the Mighty Blow and the guard. But it's against Khemri, and on turn 4, I kind of understand that. So if you can kick it deep against this Khemri team, there's a good chance that they are not able to score and equalize this if you're able to stall them down at all. He attempts to kick it deep, but it does not cooperate. Scatters towards the middle, and there's a blitz. Oh, that is the worst. That is the worst when you get scored on your offensive drive by your opponents, and then they get a follow-up blitz right after it. Here comes the Strength 5 catcher. Yes, boys and girls, that is a Strength 5 elf. Going right in the middle of that fight, knocking down the Mighty Blow tackle. Does blow the reroll. It seems very early for that reroll, but it does put a ton of pressure on this Khemri team. I don't know if I would put the reroll on that. And look who woke up from that KO roll. It's Ralisek. He's back again. Makes another nice leap into a dodge. And there is so much pressure on the ball here. Forgets about diving tackle, though. That'll cost you. Doesn't scatter into the Khemri's hand, so there's still, you know, a chance to pick up or fail to pick up. If they fail to pick up here, which could happen 25% of the time, so as likely as that red die was, that's pretty much catastrophic for the Khemri. We find another KO on Ralisek, who probably will just come right back. Six is the pickup. Never a doubt. so many strength ups on the pitch right now. It's funny, you see a strength 5 elf and you think, wow, he can just take on any of the Tomb Guardians. Well, actually, half the Tomb Guardians on this team also have strength ups. So elves going down. See where the attack is going to come from here. Looks like we're just blitzing the dirty player. Block does find a knockdown and a stun. Only a push onto the diving tackle. And Strength 5 just doesn't care about the tackle zones. He just repositions. And we move the diving tackle lodge player up a square. Oh, we're basically saying if you want to go ahead and take that block, you need to move the ball first. And we're locking down the tackle, Mighty Blow Throw Raw, or Blitz Raw. Yes, I understand why we did that. Not comfortable with the stun there. He wanted to get the follow block, and the greed is punished with a dub skull. That was a greedy little reroll on the frenzy block. Absolutely punished with a dub skull. And this ball is not safe. Strength 5 goes in and gets the POW. I like the path there because if you did get the push, it would have given you an extra follow-up block. And we just catch it on a 5+. No big deal. This is very much looking like a 2-0 score. This half. Elves are getting away with murder in this match. I would have, man, I see why he made that blitz, but because he blew his reroll there, another dub skull. Darkanon isn't playing this perfectly, but the dice are not giving him a break at all. He definitely could have protected the ball while he made that blitz. He was trying to do too many things at once. And that opened up that 2-die block for the Strength 5 player. And really, this is just simple 2+, probably, to score. Feels bad for the Camry. And there we go. We see the 2+ and a 2+. And that's a second touchdown for the High Elves. Partially, I would say you can credit the blitz on the kickoff result there. It really did allow the High Elves to get into a great position. And look at that. Ralisek is back on the pitch again. A couple of these guys do not want to get back, but I think any other team, you would be missing a strength up block frenzy piece. On this team, I don't think you're really missing it. The Khemri do have 2 turns to try and get a touchdown back here. It's going to be extremely difficult for the Khemri to do that. And they didn't really set up for it, honestly. Again, weather will not change. If you were going to set up for it, you would have used your Tomb Guardians to go ahead and knock down these guys, and your Blitz Raws and your extra Throw Raw would all be running deep. But because we're seeing the Throw Raw, or the Blitz Raws rather, on the making these line of scrimmage blocks, I don't think we're going to see any kind of 2-turn attempt, or at least not any reasonable one. Yeah, Ulthuan being destroyed is a possibility. I mean, yeah, the math on this, this guy is probably like a 200,000 player, or 200,000 gold. Well, this guy's 130. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 80. Yeah, so 180, 130. Another 70, 100, 140. You're putting like 600k roughly on the line of scrimmage. That's pretty rough. Dirty player foul onto the blitzer, gets another KO. A lot of KO so far. He does have Hail Mary pass. And we do have technically a scoring threat, and I think the Elves are going to respond to that. All they need to do is really push this guy back one square, and the scoring threat is gone. But I appreciate that the Elves are setting up just in case this block dub skulls. You just leave to get a scoring threat. Okay, well that one costs you. You made one cheeky play, but this one, your mighty blow is now sidelined for that 3+2+ dodge. Drunk or Not in 130 are starting soonish, like nowish. All right, thank you, Sace. I will try. Which div is that? Well, that's my div. That would be 10B. I should watch that match. I will get that one after this one. The problem is that's a live match, right? And if they're starting at like 4, depending on how quickly they play, that might be a couple hours. There's a dub skull again. 3 dub skulls for the Khemri this half. Apparently, today is not the day to play Blood Bowl. The client is very interested in throwing out dub skulls everywhere. So, be warned. Between this game and the game before it, they are just pumping up all over. And another casualty. These Elves are paying the price. MNG. That's 2 MMGs and badly hurt. But the Khemri Vanity pass is good, and that's what really matters to folks. And are we going to see... We are. Strength 5 Elf. Tired. Taking punches from Tomb Guardians. Gonna give one back. Follows it up. Are they going to foul? Really? Are we going to foul? Nope. No, we're not going to foul. We're going to fail the dodge on the 2+ and knock ourselves out. And we're down to 4 Elves on the pitch. We got 2 KO rolls back, so we're going to have 6 Elves on the pitch going into their half, which is still more than enough to score when you've got one that's strength 5. Another team with a strong arm, accurate thrower. This one's even more developed than the other one. Extra reroll for the Khemri. And there's the 2-die Blitz. Interesting. So again, we're seeing a team that doesn't hold the ball deep. Even though they've got that strong arm, accurate. The difference, I guess, here is this is a Khemri team. So the Khemri team, although they've got break tackle. Actually, this is surfable, depending on what happens here. This helps a lot, actually. So we could still do a break tackle right here to get dice on this guy. Okay, so he recognized the break tackle threat. That's good. But yeah, the difference, I guess, with this is when you're against Khemri, you know, you're not as worried about them cage diving you or really getting to this ball as long as you screened it off well. I like this. A scoring threat from the Khemri. He's really playing to get back from this 2-0 deficit. Just don't think the dice are going to cooperate with that. Seems unlikely. Another knockdown onto Ralisek. This time he's fine. There's the break tackle used right away. And he didn't commit to a path, so if he rolled the 6 there, he would have absolutely gone for the surf. Rerolls, greed rerolls, the 3 die. Fishing for a POW. I don't know that I like that reroll. He did get a free one. Are we signed up for a surf? No, we are not going to surf him. Okay, good. He doesn't. He could have set up for a 1 die because that guy's strength up. I think it would have been a 1 die. Either way, we get the touchdown. As we expected. 2 turning on elves. Pretty easy. Again, 2 KOs stay out. And now we're going to see the 6 elf defense. And we are stuck putting a rookie catcher that just leveled on the line of scrimmage. Not as bad as like a rookie gutter, but that is still pretty bad. Not that you want any of these other players on the line of scrimmage either. This could be a very expensive turn for the High Elves. The quick snap is not going to make it much better. He's got to be really happy that this guy came back, though, just so he didn't have to put any of the other 3 elves on the line of scrimmage. Almost another dub skull. And this time the catcher is knocked out. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. You should have moved either further up or further to the side. Because right now, if this does not knock down the blitzer is going to be on the ball. And actually, the blitzer would only need 1 person to mark right there to just get a 1 die on the ball. He does get the knockdown, so he's rewarded that way. And it's a KO, but even with that knockdown, it still, again, could have been a very simple 1 die on the ball if he hadn't gotten removed or armor broke. So I would say that misplay right there was a little unpunished, but when you're down 3-0, you know, you're allowed to make little misplays like that. But yeah. Not great. Welcome, Doof. And Strength 5 catcher finds himself a knockdown on an 87 piece, but no break. Oof. I don't know if that was worth the reroll. Even going for that blitz might not have been worth the reroll. Might have been better off keeping that guy safe. That seemed a little greedy. Kimry absolutely need to get in a scoring position this turn to have any hope of trying to tie this one up. Honestly, though, because there's so many KOs here, I don't think they're going to be able to get the pitch clear. And anything short of a pitch clear just means it's going to be another high elf 2-turn score. Like, you need to get this thrower gone, and you need to get both the catchers gone, and arguably even this guy also. First send-off of the game after many, many fouls. You finally see somebody occupying that sideline for the Kimry. And the Elves are just kind of in full retreat mode here. They're not even going to attempt to stall this one out. And they don't need to. They're quite up quite a bit. And what are we doing? I can't see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's a GFI to score from this position that the throw raw is currently in. So Darkanon is wisely preparing for this GFI to snake. He's just throwing bodies in between the ball, and if I were him, I would probably try and run it in over here, not next to these guys. If you run it in over here and it scatters into their hands and they fail to catch, you've just given the Elves the ball. GFI does not fail, and so Kimry finally see themselves on the scoreboard. See, we get 2 of the knockouts back, and again 2 stay out. So we find ourselves again with 6 Elves on the pitch, and the Kimry switched a couple players to the right side, so the Elf decided to switch all his players to the left side. Oh, why did I switch view? And almost the exact same play, although this time it's a push, not a knockdown. Let's see if there's any variation here coming out of the High Elves. So only a snake is really going to stop this from being a touchdown, in my opinion. Entirely possible. Elves snake all the time. That could have been it right there. But yeah, another 2+ leap, 2+ dodge, successful. Speaking of snakes, there it is. That stops this attempt for this turn. I don't know if they, I mean, really you have to be able to get something onto this catcher. And the more things that you can get on the catcher, the better you are at stopping this. A little bit of ball pressure there. I don't know about that throw raw coming up. Would rather him kind of come around this side and made the GFIs to mark. Really only one thing marking, so you can absolutely break tackle. Actually, that should be the blitz. Yeah, the blitz should be a break tackle onto this guy. He does... Is it... Oh, he didn't blitz it. He made the break tackle, but he didn't do the blitz. If you knock this catcher over, it becomes very difficult, or at least more difficult, for the High Elves to score. Still a 2+. 2+. Oh, God. Shadowing. Shadowing did a thing. Nobody cares. Shadowing's old news now. Strength 4 Frenzy Elf. Makes his presence known. Gets a knockdown. And there's the 2+. Pick up GFI. And a very simple 2+ pass and 3+ catch. And the elves are up 4-1 with a little high elf laugh. I remember the first time I played high elves and I heard their like laughter and their cries. I was really excited because I thought every team would have unique sounds like that, and they don't. Disappointing. All right, a second quick stat for the Khemri team. But again, they're not really setting up to score in 2 turns. They seem to keep setting up to score in 3 turns, which is just frankly too slow when you're down this many points. And not that, I mean, you're down 3 points with 3 turns, so really, it's Khemri. We're not seeing the comeback or the dream today. Like we're going to set up for a big foul on that catcher. I would argue that that's going to be pretty much a spite foul, seeing as that catcher's really not going to be doing much the rest of this game. Oh wow, we've committed hard to get this strength up catcher. All the GFIs, but we do find the knockdown. In the injury. Is this already career ender? Nope, just a badly hurt. I'm guessing the high elf wished he set up a little bit further back. But that actually does make a difference. Having that piece off the pitch means that we're probably not going to see this go to 5-1. Or even 5-2. I think that's probably it for the high elf offense. But I could be wrong. Still a lot of stars on this team. And we're back into full retreat mode, it looks like. No, we're not. Okay. Yeah, I don't like that. That frenzy followed up right next to a couple mighty blow pieces. Don't like that so much. Another greed reroll on the 1 and 9. I don't see, this is the second time he's done that. The first time it cost him with the dub skull. This time as well, I just don't think it was the right call. He's got time left, but if he's got any other actions he wants to do this turn with the ball or anything else, that remote might be better applied elsewhere. And he's making that block before he even moved the ball up, so had that re-rolled into dub skulls, he might have lost his real opportunity at scoring. Actually, he probably would have lost his only opportunity at scoring. He would have had to make a pass or a handoff. Either way, I don't know why we did that. Oh, we're Hail Marrying. Okay. Simple 5+ catch. No big deal. That's pretty interesting. And a Tomb Guardian spite foul onto the catcher. Oh. I think I can feel the tilt. Oh my god. Oh my god. He re-rolls it. This elf does not want to give up. It's turn 16. Guy is not in scoring range. There's no way. Already over. Stop risking these dice. Oh my god. Wow. I don't know what the Khemri did to these high elves, but these high elves are pissed. I guess this is what they did. They're not going to let the Khemri get a extra touchdown. I think they're going to get punished for that, but we'll see. 3-die block is not punishing enough. Oof, here you go. Knock down onto this thrower. Just a stun from the Mighty Blow. There's another 3-die block. Greed re-rolled. And the greed is rewarded. For another MNG, that's 3 MNGs for these high elves. Still not pitch cleared though. And they've got the ball. And if there was another turn, this would be 5-1. Just setting up for another foul. Oh, and it fails. Wow, that was a big game. This was a rookie catcher that just got 11 SPP. The movement up. I'll take a look at that team. This is not my pre-cap, by the way, but I just wanted to see how disgusting that team is now that they even got that. 18 armor breaks. 3 injuries from blocks, from 33 blocks. 7 KOs. Several more injuries from fouls. I think that was 3 injuries from fouls. Yeah, that was a game. That was a game. I didn't even roll that many dice. That's a big deal, though. Elves threw so many dice and only had 28 ones. I think any elf would be happy to have 28 ones. You know, kidding. Touchdown differential. What a tiebreaker. Take a peek at that elf team really quick here. Bum, bum. Alright, so they're at 1830 TV for their next match. I'm going to get out the calculator because quick fed or super fed quick math is definitely a thing. 180, 170, and 140. So they're missing 490 TV going into the next match from 3 players. And if they were at their full team value, they would be at 2320. Can't even really say spiraling expenses are getting to them because they're at 150k in the bank as well. And they just bought that catcher. A ridiculous team. 3 strength ups, an agi up, and a movement up. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Yeah, Stubings, your team got banged on pretty bad as well. I look forward to discussing that match in the recap. Are they playing you? Or are they playing week 2? Not FDA approved. Felwithe Koada'Dal. Well, that'll be fun. Battle of the Strength 5 Elves. Not FDA approved. They've got a Strength 5 Elf with Mighty Blow, Blodge, and Tackle. A little bit more developed than the Strength 5 Elf that we just saw. Both of you guys have multiple Mighty Blows and guards, stat ups, movement ups. Your teams are pretty comparable. I think they just have more stuff. Yeah. Fun. I've been saying this around Discord, but REL 3 is going to have, for any of the individual coaches, the hardest time making the playoffs. Because there's only 2 tickets, and there's a lot of competition here. Some ridiculously good teams. But yes, we've seen the Elves take an early lead. A couple of these Elves teams, anyway. Let me look at... I don't want to do any spoilers. Let me see what